Welcome to the sportiest stream. Uh-oh. One sec. There we go. Let me make sure I fix this real quick. Cam issue, so we'll get that sorted out for now. Welcome everybody to the sportiest stream and to the Rocket League Splash Series. This is the debut of Season 8. So welcome everybody. Welcome to everybody the stream and welcome to the regular season now. As it stands, this is week 2 of the 7-week first stage of Season 8, and this is the Cyclone division that starts off our season. This is the highest ranked division as well, and one of the bigger ones as well. 24 teams this season in the Cyclone Cup of the Rocket League Splash Series Season 8, and yeah, we've got some great matchups here tonight, so as well, all these players are around that 1850 to 1850 and above MMR range here. As we start with Silent Wolves taking on Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlets, and Silent Wolves. Not our first time seeing this roster. We got to see them a couple months ago in the Royalty Series in the Premier Division as well. Obviously, this team has improved since then to now compete with 1800 MMR level teams. But on the other side of the bracket, players who have been in this division before, and a bit of a weird mix of players who've been here and players who haven't. It's Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet, led by the Cyclone Cup veteran in Juicyberg. He's now been here, I think, for at least 2 or 3 seasons, and along with him is Blackjack, Siege, Cyber, who's also another Cyclone Cup veteran that's been teammates with Juicyberg on and off, Thunder, and SLK, and coached by Spoody. Interesting to see how this Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet team does, because, again, a lot of new players on this roster. Blackjack is probably one of the ones I'm interested in. He's been around for a very long time. SLK, another player that's been around for a while here. Would be very interested to see how both those players do, because both those players have been in lower level divisions in the past and have moved up relatively quickly to the point where they might come into these divisions a bit underranked. Definitely be interested to see how these players play, because I think that's the issue with both these teams coming into the season, that they're both somewhat lower ranked teams. They're not exactly super high rank. It's kind of, for a lot of these players, it's their first time, and they're new, and they're not very high ranked, so definitely be interested to see how these players compete, especially considering that a lot of them haven't had that natural progression that you see at this level, where it's about being able to move up one division at a time. A lot of these players have moved up faster than maybe they were expecting, so my question obviously would be for a lot of these players, now they're in this division, now they've proven that they're good enough for this division, how do they perform? Because, again, they didn't have that natural progression that we usually see. A lot faster, a lot more sudden. Especially for a player like Blackjack, who again was most recently in the Surge division, the Surge Cup. He himself is definitely underranked for the competition. It really does come down to being able to progress throughout the season. That natural progression, he never really got a chance to show it. Take him time before he gets used to this. And we've seen this every single season. Every season we have new players move into this division or join this division that need to get used to this rank level. I mean, Juicyberg is a great example. Him and Cyber, again, entered this division only about a season or 2 ago, and they themselves struggled in their first season in the Rocket League Splash Series, so definitely a group of players that, I mean, if there's anyone that Blackjack wants to learn under, he's probably from some of the best players to do it, because these guys, they know what it's like to be under pressure. We see some pretty strong performances nonetheless here, as again, last time we saw Juicyberg, so Juicyberg's first season here was, I believe, it was Season 6 on Affinity Apex as well. Cyber, I believe, was his teammate. Actually haven't teamed up in a couple seasons, although they've been known to be teammates on and off for a while. So we'll see how that goes. On the other side, again, Silent Wolves, team that we last saw in the Premier Division for Royalty Series, which is a GC3 division, GC2, GC3 level division. Very much lower ranked than this division, but a team that we haven't seen in a while. We'll hold off on saying anything for now, because last time I saw them, they definitely wouldn't be at this division, but now they are, and it is as well. But again, and to see how things go here. Again, these players have a lot to prove here. I mean, specifically, both these teams do, because they're both 0-1 so far during their season. So 0-1 records, not exactly what these teams are looking for here. I mean, it was a 1-3 loss for Silent Wolves in Week 1 against 1.5 Unks, which is Owl, Juji, and Tishega, or as you might know him, Dan. I think he goes by Dan, right? Yeah. Owl. Justin, that's who it is. Not Dan. That's a different person. Justin is Juji off of Beantop. That roster. Dustin has now moved up a division. Alan Teixeira in the Cyclone division for Jaxzynn Thanos Gauntlet. A 5-game loss to Affinity Rollers there, who themselves are a team that's been around for a couple seasons. That roster also really interesting to look into because not a new roster, to say the very least. And with Soj, Erich, Nomad, and Vihal, will definitely be fun to see that roster. They continue to improve in this division. But again, it's week 1. The action has only begun, and we've got more matches tonight as well. After this, we'll have a short break. We'll be back with KCG Crash and Kresty's Feet Minions in the Tsunami Cup. So we're going to be here for 2 matches tonight, not 1. So you got double the action this evening. I promise it will all definitely be worth it. Now we are waiting on these players to give us the go ahead that they are okay. We did get a message from Silent Wolves they are going to be late, so not a surprise that wait on them at this point, but hopefully that won't make things too difficult. Have to see. As I think I might be early. I'm absolutely a little early, actually. I just noticed I'm early. Because they just told... I think I just got informed. It's actually at 9, not 8. Oh, dear. I think they said it was for 8. I can't make 9. Oh, no. Give me a moment here while I check things out. I may not be able to stream this anymore. Because I think they told me it was 8. Oh, boy. Well, that's a problem, actually. Unless I misread it. I was told it was 8. I think they changed it. Yeah, I was told it was 8 from Juicyberg. Oh boy, Juicyberg. Oh no. So I just noticed as well, they said 8 in their match channel. That's a problem, actually. I cannot make 9. Oh, that's a problem. I just noticed as well. That's a bad time. That's bad. That's a bad sign. Yeah, I was pinged on 8 p.m., so that's not a good thing. Let me confirm with Juicyberg. Yeah, they said, so here's the thing, they pinged me for 8. Okay, no, it is at 8. You know what? I just got confirmation. It is 8. They changed it back. So here's the thing. They changed it to 9. They changed it back to 8. Oh. Whoopsies. My bad. I thought... I noticed their first rescheduling went to 9 p.m., which is an hour from now, when I can't make... No, they're at 8. They're fine. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. That scared me for a second there, because they absolutely pinged me for 8, so... Goodness. Thank goodness Juicyberg is correct on his timing, and I'm not. You know, Juicyberg is actually in the lobby now with Thunder. Who joins them along with that is Siege, so... I was gonna be sad. Yeah, me too. I like Juicyberg. He's a nice guy. This is my first time in Season 8? Yeah, it is. I wasn't here at all for Week 1. Midterms and tests. I actually have one tomorrow, so... Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited, though. It's gonna be a nice day for Rocket League action as... for this, action. We got Juicyberg Thunder showing up here for Juicyberg Thunder. Wait, we can start soon. I really don't like waiting. I was, again, told by, Silent Wolves they are gonna be a little late. Oh boy, they are gonna be like 10 minutes late. Alright then, that is not a good sign. Oh boy, alright, well, hopefully that will be the last of the delays. Hopefully they can be here sooner rather than later, but the way it works for the forfeit timer in RLSS is that if they is a 1-game forfeit. I'm hoping that's not the case. I don't like forfeits. I definitely don't want to have a 1-game forfeit. I expect that that's not going to be the case here. They said that they're going to be here in a few minutes. Hoping that doesn't mean more than 10 minutes late, but we'll see. Forward to all of this. And I know a lot of teams as well are also looking forward to RCS qualifiers this weekend for Northern. There are definitely a good many teams here that are going to be playing in that. A lot of players who are going to be doing it. Probably are definitely around that cusp of top 128. Around that B rank area. Somewhat. Some of these players are going to be more around C rank. What way you should expect the competition? C rank, B rank, QA rank. There might be I think. I don't know. Is Knight yet X rank? He might be X rank right now. The average competition is about. As we'll get these players in the lobby shortly. Apologies on them. I knew this was going to be a possibility here, but again, how it works is if we're 10 minutes late here, I think that's a game one forfeit for Silent Wolf. That is not the case. I do not want to do that. They're already not having a good time this season. They already lost in week 1. I don't want to make it worse for them in week 2. Gauntlet have been here for the entirety of the 8 or so minutes at this point. They're here. They've been here for a while. I feel bad for them. Although, I mean, they also knew that there was a good chance that Silent Wolves were going to be late to this series. At this point now, it's a race against time for Silent Wolves to actually get online. There we go, they're in. Thank goodness, they're here just in time. Man, right before the timer hit as well. Good on them. Let's get this series underway. I do not want to wait anymore, and neither do any of you, as we get our start in Season 8 of the Rocket League Splash Series here, presented and brought to you, sponsored by, whatever it is, by Claim to Fame Entertainment, Next to New Esports, and Cracked Gaming. Welcome to Season 8, everybody. This is the Cyclone Division. Both teams at 0-1, though, and be important to get yourself off to a good start. Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet, Juicyberg, a Cyclone Cup veteran at this point. This is his 3rd season in the Cyclone Cup. Taking on Silent Wolves, a team that we've seen before, but not at this level. Here we go, let's get things underway, shall we? A best of 5. Both matches tonight will be best of 5. Silent Wolves take to the blue, Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet on the orange. And the first thing that happens is a goal in 3 seconds. Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet right off the kickoff, too. Lava trying to go for that really delayed kickoff. It's something that you see a lot from lower ranked players where they intentionally actually make their kickoff slower so that they get to the ball a little bit slower so that they intentionally lose it in a 50-50. In that position, he just wasn't there fast enough. Instead of getting a 50-50, he just got dunked, and it is Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet who will take goal 1. See, he's looking for another one here, as Silent Wolves once again have pushed up too high. Another 50-50 not going the way of Silent Wolves, and it is a second goal now as Canovo has forced himself into a horrible position. Doesn't help that both Creed and Lava were not there really to support him. A little bit of information. Caesar was here 2 seasons ago. Well, good on him. Into an academy, so that does actually ring a bell. I remember into an academy. That team, one of the few teams that actually was able to give Pirates on a bot a run for their money. That team's really been able to keep up to them very much since then. The only other team that I can think of that's really been able to do that is Next New Esports and the Egoists. I'd love to see someone beat them for once, because this Pirates on a Pot team has been solid so far, but right now, Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet really showing up to Silent Wolves. It is 3 goals now. As again, Silent Wolves, you can tell, getting outpaced. I mentioned it. Silent Wolves are not a very high-ranked team. Definitely one of the lowest-ranked teams in this division. Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet have that rank advantage, and you can tell that kind of experience of Siege, of Juicyberg, of Thunder even. He's been here before as well. I think it was here last season in the Cyclone Cup. That experience really does pay dividends. I always mention it. A team's first season in the Cyclone Division is usually more humbling than anything else. Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet. All these players have had their first seasons before. They're no strangers to the competition, to the toughness of this level. But with time and with, matches and games behind their back, with seasons now that they can fall back onto, that experience really matters. can tell Silent Wolves, they don't have that experience. They are at that level just yet. And it really is showing in a rather one-sided affair so far. As Canovo, midfield, Creed, surely that goes in. It's going to be kept out by Juicyberg as the shot goes wide. And on infield play, Siege might have another chance to score here as he'll walk in towards goal. Bump on Canovo. Creed will clear it out. Silent Wolves will push upfield again. Canovo nearly overcommits. Another high push for the Silent Wolves. That almost came back to hurt them. Juicyberg, stopped by Canovo. Thunder gets the bump as Siege will go on the way. Creed. Juicyberg. Second touch. Looking for a third, but Canovo's got resources. And he'll have a relatively easy clear. Will push Silent Wolves into offense as another play in front. Another infield passing play. That just doesn't connect. Or someone in chat will know, what team was Thunder on before? And I recognize him. He was here. He was either in Cyclone or Tsunami a season or two ago. What team was he on? Was he on U of I? He might have been on U of I Orange. I know Tommy's here. He'll know. He'll know what team Thunder was on beforehand. As Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet. Again, 3 players who have all been up at this level before. They all know what they're doing. Silent Wolves, their experience so far has been against GC3 to low SSL level competition. This division really does pick things up a notch. This is probably some of the toughest competition you'll see in all of Amateur Rocket League. That's because a lot of these players are anything but amateur. As Thunder will be in the midfield as Siege. New to RLSS, but he's played in BLCS, I see. I almost certainly thought that there was at least somebody named Thunder in RLSS before. As an infield play, Siege will look to clear this one as Lava does jump in for the challenge. After those first 3 goals for JTG, things haven't really changed all that much. Offense has definitely slowed down. These teams have definitely not scored anymore. I think it's really a lot more of a settling in now for both these sides. As this one, Canovo under, able to get the clear as Canovo will send this one across the nets. Nobody there to challenge though. JTG once again will clear as Creed, he's gonna get beat by Thunder. Siege, high flick play, Canovo. Lava Pleb, oh, he doesn't get the touch there. It's faked under Juicyberg, but Siege takes it. And again, look at how much space here for the Silent Wolves. Early part of the game, they struggled because they couldn't win the 50-50s. Now they're not even really looking to take their challenges. I mean, it's better than playing as high as they did because they just lost challenges. Had no one back to support them. Now they gotta find a way to push upfield, and well, they're definitely having their issues doing just that, but they are gonna go across. Lava, Canovo, looking for their first of the series. Creed, this one, cleared away off the line. And Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet will take game 1. This best of 5 underway now, and it is JTG, as expected, who brings out a very, very strong offense. That logo does something to me. The Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet one. You haven't seen anything tonight. We got Krusty's feet minions later. That's a great logo. You'll love that one, Tommy. That is in 2 hours from now. I promise you haven't seen anything yet if you haven't seen Krusty's feet minions. That logo is something else. There's JTG looking to get into that midfield. Really slowed down that offense at the end of game 1. Mostly do that. Silent Wolves kind of heavy back pressure. They weren't going to push up as high as they wanted to. And to be fair, Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet aren't really doing much to move them out of defense. Silent Wolves, after like we saw in game 1, at the end of it, I think are looking better starting off game 2 if things continue as they are. But JTG not gonna let that happen as Thunder will drop it down. Oh, it wasn't gonna take too long for Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet to find chances. A demo in the midfield from Juicyberg. That's exactly what this team needed. Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet with goal 1 in game 2 as Lava. Oh, Juicyberg, he doesn't actually have that touch. Shoot. Will be Thunder to clear it away, but running out of resources. Creed cleared back by Siege. With everybody pushing up now for Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet, they'll have a bit of a fracture in the midfield as Thunder, not the touch he was looking for. Juicyberg waiting back will get that early save. Silent Wolves not really getting close enough to the net to really make good chances, but this could be one. Siege getting chased down by Lava Pleb. Silent Wolves still silent on all the goals. Pinch away. When do they get their first here, Silent Wolves? They've had chances. They haven't looked awful, but they haven't been able to score, and I don't care how good your offense is. If you can't put the ball in the back of the net, you're not winning anything. Lava Pleb. Good clear. Will be there for Canovo. As Juicyberg will be back for this one. He's going to let them challenge. Look at this, taking the boost as well. Boost priority here for Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet. As Creed, sidewall. Doesn't get that second touch, and that means Thunder will get the danger away. Double commit for Silent Wolves as they'll send this one once again up to that offensive corner. Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet have not gotten out of defense yet. As another chance, Creed off the corner. Very easy read for Siege though, and with no one chasing, this one's gonna go in front. Canovo! It's tied! A demo in the backfield! The Silent Wolves kept waiting and waiting, and for Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet, they may have defense and they may have offense, but they don't have that ability to transition between both seamlessly. From defense, they really do struggle to get upfield, and that's a problem because Silent Wolves are definitely not one of the scarier teams in this division. It's not on paper, that's for sure. And Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet, they need to find ways to connect themselves downfield because right now it is a lot of clears and not a lot of action. As Creed with the ceiling pinch. The Silent Wolves take the lead for the first time in the series. And it is an absolutely ingenious idea from Creed. This game is still far from over, but you really do feel like from what we saw at the end of Game 1, Silent Wolves, that ability to control the midfield, could really separate them here from JTG. As another long clear for Canovo. Siege. Oh, a demo waiting for him. As Creed jumps in. Thunder. Chased down by Canovo. Silent Wolves continue their press as Creed will win the challenge. Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet starting to push more and more to the offense. They are running low on time. As Thunder has Lava waiting, leaves this one for Juicyberg, rolling through, but he couldn't put it on as Creed got in the way. Now goes Siege again. Lava will send this one back to Creed, and Silent Wolves continue to keep possession. At midfield, the key to success right now for the Silent Wolves. As Siege will walk through, this one's the back wall. Creed, it's a light touch. Juicyberg still gets beat. As now Siege has lost his possession. 1 minute remaining in Game 2. Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet have seen far less action on offense this game. And they're going to continue to see less as the Silent Wolves win out on the midfield. With goal scoring like this, the Silent Wolves really have nothing to worry about right now. As Siege off the sidewall. Still going. Still going! Double commit to save it. Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet once again sent all the way back. As Thunder. Dribble on Canovo. This one off the back wall. Canovo's there. Creed once more. Thunder. Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet trying to find any reason to come back late in this game, but they just don't have opportunities, as this one's off the post. Juicyberg, the ceiling, will take his chance, but that one is kept away by Creed. And that'll end game 2, as Silent Wolves, off the backs of a strong ending to game 1, have now brought that kind of intensity here in game 2. Silent Wolves tie the series at 1 each. And that means our night continues here as we go into game 3 to determine match point. As we'll go again. Silent Wolves, that midfield, again, as I mentioned already, is what's going to win them this series if they continue doing what they're doing. But they're going to need to find some ways to keep it, because Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet are not giving them anything for free. In 12 seconds, already a goal for Siege. If Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet can break through that midfield of Silent Wolves, they don't really have much else to support themselves. Midfield-wise, if this is a midfield-based series, Silent Wolves are winning it. But if it's anything else, you have to think Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet are your favorites. It comes down to those challenges as Silent Wolves continue to keep a couple here. And what's really going to help them out is if they can get boost control, too. Once you slow down that Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet, that team just will not push out of their own back half. That's really where that midfield control out of Silent Wolves can really make some damage. Right now, they haven't really been able to get that yet, as they will go downfield. Creed, Canovo. You thought maybe Creed could have had a double tap on that play, but obviously it was thought to be otherwise by the Silent Wolves, as Siege will take control here, trying to get the bump on Canovo to go for Silent Wolves as Lava on a very low boost will clear this one away. Now goes Creed. Thunder. Canovo. Blocked by Siege as Thunder will try to help him out here as Lava. Creed. Juicyberg. Lava Pleb gets dunked midair. Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet keep possession. As Canovo trying to switch to the midfield. This one's kept away as Lava Pleb. This is Thunder. Oh, that's a horrible shot. Could have done so much better on that effort. And he knows it too. Still a 1-goal difference. Creed. Still very little to show for the work of the Silent Wolves, as they have not been able to get a shot on net. And again, they get pushed back further and further. Now it's a goal for Juicyberg. And Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet breaking free from the Silent Wolves' clutches. That's exactly what they needed. As the Silent Wolves still continue to look for more on offense. That time continues to tick further and further down as Lava Pleb. Great move from Thunder will force Canovo to leave. Now Creed jumps in, but a bit slow on the challenge. Silent Wolves are not in a great position right now to get out of their own half. Canovo. Siege. Side wall. Jumping in is Juicyberg. Base. Canovo will go once more. Lava Pleb. Siege. Greed. Juicyberg. Now Siege. He'll go again. As again the time just ticks away as here goes Thunder. It's off the back wall. It is Siege for number 3. And for Jaxzynn Thanos Gauntlet. They're not under too much pressure anymore. They're thoroughly earned Game 3. As Canovo. Let's have a dribble here, but it is room that Siege can work with. As he'll go for the pinch under lava. Jaxzynn Thanos Gauntlet still not done with scoring. They'd look for what? They're looking for one more. I think at this point we've seen enough goals out of them, but I don't think they really care. I don't think they care at all. 4 goals to really shut down the Silent Wolves. And what we saw out of Game 2. Jaxzynn Thanos Gauntlet aren't taking any games for free here. I'm talking. Is my mic cutting out? Here, can you guys hear me better? Might be my mic. As here goes Thunder! Oh, it's Siege who scored! What the world was that? You can hear me. Okay, cool. I didn't change anything. I don't know why it's more clear now. It's probably because I'm sitting up straight now. Cool. Yeah, it's because I'm not sitting up straight. That's why. I was slouched over. That's a bad habit out of mine. Whenever I slouch like that, my mic, it's above my head right now. It's really tough for you to hear me. In fact, if you want it to be better, I can actually put it in front of me right now. There, that might be better. We're back. Yeah, this is even better for you guys now. I think you know the camera's gonna see only the microphone. There, is that better for you guys? That might be better. Here, is this better? This might be better, actually. Here, let me know. Can you guys hear me better now? I've moved the mic completely. Hopefully this will fix it. Sound good? Cool, thanks guys. Alright, we'll go into Game 4 now. This is a really awkward position because now my mic's covering my second monitor. But it works, we'll work with it. As that now means tonight the match continues here. Game 4 of our 5-game series. And Jaxzynn Thanos Gauntlet now can win the match here. Both teams at 0-1. Both teams would equally love to take their first one of the season. That can only fall to one of these two sides, as Wolves really couldn't control the midfield last game. Now they gotta find a way to retake it here. Or else this series could be over very, very soon. As all, thanks for the raid, Maxine. Here goes Siege! Oh! Yes, Siege! Oh, that's great! Jaxzynn, Thanos Gauntlet! We have a huge strike from the midfield! And if the Silent Wolves had any hope, it may all be gone right now. Game 4, and already it is JTG who have a great start. But the pressure is still there, is still on. And you just can't take any game seriously here. or any game easily here as Creed, it's open! A miss off the back wall! And it is Jaxzynn Thanos Gauntlet, who've now dropped one of the Silent Wolves. The time continues. The game continues, and it's tied at 1 each. As JTG look once again for offense. Creed stops them midway. Now goes Siege as 2 went there for Silent Wolves. The only one back's Canovo, but he'll race through, win that challenge. A crucial play for the Silent Wolves. Thunder won't collect. Creed into the open room. Juicyberg. He'll chase this one down, but Canovo. Siege. Long touch. Lava Pleb. Straight back to Thunder. Jaxzynn Thanos Gauntlet do have offense now, but they've got to get more. Demo in the midfield from Siege. Lava Pleb now has overcome it. Thunder can go. Creed's on the right position. It's Westing in front. Siege to go, but it's stopped by Lava. And Jaxzynn Thanos Gauntlet will have to reset in the midfield. As Juicyberg unable to get that first touch. Siege will jump in though. More offense for JTG. As Creed. Thunder. Shot on, saved away. As our first look at the Cyclone Cup. Well, he is coming down to the wire here, but a miss for Lava. Juicyberg, Canovo. Clutch efforts to keep Silent Wolves tied. Any goal could really be the death of any of these two teams on Utopia Coliseum. As Thunder set up Juicyberg. It rolls across the midfield, but Creed's the first one to it. Can't really do infield passing against the Silent Wolves. That is the bread and butter of this roster. They love infield passes. And they know it better than just about anybody else here. How crucial those passes can be. Lava Pleb. Novo, both jumping in. Means that Creed will have to stay back, and I don't think he'll be too concerned as he'll now go. Unable to take boost. Jaxzynn Thanos Gauntlet still have this one, but it's a shot from close range. Gave away initially here as they've really got to be careful now as Siege 3v1. Siege to the net, stopped by Canovo, and Juicyberg's got to race back. Siege, Canovo's got room. Siege right behind him. So is Thunder. Hide still. As we're heading into the final moments of this game, Thunder with room. Canovo will be there. Just enough to challenge, but it's only Juicyberg. As Thunder. Canovo. Still Canovo. Juicyberg. Siege. He's got room. Flip reset. This one saved away. Resting on the line. Off the crossbar. And it's pinched out by Lava. Silent Wolves get one for free. That one could have gone in. But it stayed off the line. And we continue onward. Siege gets past 2. Lava the last one back. As he's chased from behind, he'll go for the long clear. Juicyberg. Jaxzynn Thanos Gauntlet, so close to ending the game right there. But they'll look once more, still the offense heavily in their favor. It's about being able to find that one chance that they can take, the one opportunity where they will score. They haven't found it yet. We may be going to overtime. But Juicyberg has other options here as an infield play. Thunder can't go. Lava, last chance saloon. But it's cleared away by Thunder. And Jaxzynn Thanos Gauntlet will let this game carry over to golden goal. If any one of the Jaxzynn Thanos Gauntlet players can finally put the ball in the back of the net, they'll be the ones winning this series. For Silent Wolves, Game 5 is all that their hope rests on. As infield, cleared away by Canovo. Siege. Thunder. Gonna hit the back post, Canovo will be there. Now goes the play, but it's Creed who will block it. And look for the clear as Thunder. Wait for a touch for Lava Pleb. A little flip reset as well. Canovo trying to jump in, but without any boost, he really can't get much going here. And again, JTG go back upfield. Can they find their chance in the midfield? Canovo sent back in by Siege. Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet just doesn't feel like they have that striking that we've seen from them all before in this series. But they take it here! A mess in the midfield! And who was first to it? It was Thunder! Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet will win this one in overtime. The underdogs stay underdogs, but Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet, the veterans, will get their first win of Season 8 in Week 2. Oh, what a showing so far. What a huge performance. They needed it, they asked for it, and they shall receive it. As yeah, my goodness, my mic does sound a lot better now when it's this close to me. So I'll probably be keeping my mic here from now on. It's just in the top left corner. If you guys want to, I'll put it in the frame. There we go. That better? Let's see. Is that a lot better? Oh, it absolutely is. That sounds amazing. So you guys not get to see my mic arm, but that's not a big deal. But again, that is our 4-game series. You now get to see my mic arm. But at least I sound better now. The problem is this thing is bright. This thing's really bright. Let's see. Alright, there we go. Yeah, that's good enough. But again, what a night it has been so far. The only other problem with my mic arm being here is that it blocks my second monitor. So I gotta be a little careful. But hey, that's our first match of the evening. Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet, a 3-1 win over the Silent Wolves. We'll be going to a break. And we'll be going offline. When we come back, we'll have KCG Crafts versus Krusty's Feet Minions. Both teams from the same org here in Krusty Crew Gaming in the Tsunami Cup. But what a match there. Hugely impressed. Good job on the Jaxzynn, Thanos, Gauntlet to get that win over the Silent Wolves. Again, for now, we're going to be going offline. We'll find some in the raid. Thank you all so much for being so supportive of the Sportiest stream. Who's live right now with Rocket League? We'll go here. Thank you all so much for supporting the Sportiest stream and supporting the Rocket League Splash Series. Again, thank you to our sponsors in Cracked Gaming, Claim to Fame Entertainment, and Next New Esports. Going to be live soon with Tsunami Cup action. For now, take care. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you again soon.